guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Available 2018, the album. Dad. AF. Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm so hard to handle now, mess around. All right, let's get right in this video, shall we? So I'm in my hotel room in Los Angeles, I was gonna say Nevada, Los Angeles, California, and it is very late on Monday night, and I got in here really, really early today, and I did a bunch of shopping, and I went out to eat, and then I took a very long nap, and now I'm wide awake. So when you're wide awake and you're in a hotel room in Los Angeles, why not make a drama video? So I didn't post any videos today, so I thought, well, I'm gonna make a video for tomorrow, because tomorrow I am meeting up with somebody, and this is the reason that I came out here, that I have become very good friends with, and I love this person, and I'm so excited about it, so you'll have to stay tuned. That will be out in the next couple days. But anyway, I wanted to get on here, and I was gonna make this video yesterday, and I didn't, because so this is, it's not old tea, but I have to put my 2 cents in about it. So we've got 2 things I'm gonna talk about today. One, we're gonna talk about the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star collaboration confirmation. Collaboration confirmation for their palette that they are putting out. And then the second thing that we're going to talk about is the fact that James Charles got duped. He got duped so hard, right? So anyway, yes, and my burn on my hand is still bad, but it is starting to heal. So I've had so much fun today. I did a bunch of shopping and relaxed. It's just been really nice. I love my hotel room. It's so cool. I am in the heart of West Hollywood, so I walked around. It's been really fun today. So for all of you in California that have reached out to me, stopped me on the street and stuff, thank you. There's been a couple people that have actually stopped me. They're like, I watch your YouTube videos, so thank you. All right, let's get into this video and talk about Shane Dawson and all that kind of stuff. So, if y'all don't know, what you don't know is a lot. There's been a lot of videos that have been put out about this. And Shane Dawson, well, it was on Jeffree Star's Snapchat and Instagram story, I think 2 days ago. They went to Sacramento for the Morphe store and all that kind of stuff. And Jeffree Star showed on his Snapchat and his Instagram, here I'll put up a picture, of he and Shane. And at that, he announced that yes, there would be a Shane Dawson eyeshadow palette coming out. Now, what is interesting about this is that I'm the psychic of the world. No, this was not any kind of psychic prediction, but last year when I did my review of the Jeffree Star series that Shane Dawson did, and they kind of started talking about another series coming out, and I had said in there, I think that I could see them doing another series just about like the whole going behind the scenes of making makeup and all of that kind of stuff. They seemed very interested in that. Shane has teased out a lot of pictures of him doing makeup. He just did the most fantastic video with Ryland with the Bratz makeup. If you didn't see it, you should go watch it. It's hilarious. And the pictures are absolutely hilarious. I loved it. So it's not surprising to me whatsoever that this is coming out. And it was so crazy because like the whole world was like, ah, right? What was surprising to me was, and I think this is all about one thing, right? What was surprising to me was that there were a lot of allegations that the only reason that Shane is doing this is for dollar signs. And, you know, as much as I think that Shane likes to make money and live in a nice house and have a nice life and stuff, it doesn't seem to me that much of what Shane does is money driven. And I know that people have issues when he talks about, you know, he doesn't make a lot of money off of his videos and sponsorships and whatever. There's a lot of people that have those issues. But, you know, when you literally are working all of that time to put something into it, you want to get paid for your hard effort. You know, it's like, okay, well, it's like, you know, you run a race, and at the end of it, you're like, well, what do I win? Well, bragging rights. I mean, who cares? You know, it's not like he wants to sit there and have bragging rights, you know, but while he's, you know, working 3 jobs to say, well, I make these great series. So for him, it is a career, you know, and I understand that. But I don't see Jeffree Star, I don't see Shane Dawson being completely interested in it just being a money issue. So for me, when people were coming out and they were saying, you know, I saw this a lot on Twitter, honestly. People were saying, oh, this is just about the money and you just want to make the money off the eyeshadow palette. And I think this is referring to the part in the Jeffree Star series when they are sitting in the office and Ryland and Shane are asking him how much money they could make and blah, 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 whatever. And they're just kind of blown away. But I also said in my video, did you just see that light go off? No, the lights in this hotel room just go off randomly if I'm not like moving around there. So anyway, I would love to say that it's a ghost, but it's not. I'm in a haunted hotel. I'm in a haunted hotel. So anyway, next story time. But you know, I think that it's just really interesting to him to go behind the scenes and show like the whole makeup, you know, thing. And I have said this in many, many videos, not about Jeffree Star, not about Jaclyn Hill, but about all of them, that I really don't understand why no one's gone in yet and shown this whole process of starting it with a concept all the way through, showing the meeting, showing how you pick the colors, showing the palette, showing how you pick the packaging, all that kind of stuff, you know, the business aspect of it. Because I think for most of us out there that are interested in the beauty industry, even just the business side of it or whatever, that would be very intriguing for us, you know? And like, I love anything that's kind of a documentary style. So for me, that would be super interesting to see. And I had said that in a lot of videos, and I'm glad that somebody's doing it now. Not because of me, obviously. I'm sure there's tons of people out there that, you know, have thought that for a long time. So, you know, it isn't a surprise to me that this collaboration, this video series is coming out. And I think it will be interesting. And I actually think it'll be real eye-opening, that there will be a lot of things that we don't know, you know? And, so there, you know, I think it'll be interesting to see how they put it out and what they do. I also will be interested to see, because a lot of people are saying things about the money aspect, if they donate a certain amount of the proceeds, which I think would be great. They don't have to, but I think it would be great. If they donate a certain amount of the proceeds, and I don't honestly really even know how that works from a business point of view, if you take a certain amount of proceeds from sales of something like that and donate it to a certain organization, but knowing Shane and knowing Jeffree, and there are people that have done a lot of that in the past, I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't some element of that to this, so we'll have to wait and see. But I'm really excited about it. I will be buying the palette, obviously, why wouldn't I? And I'll be reviewing it over here. I'm excited about it. I want to see it, you know? And I think for anybody, like, I mean, I don't wear eyeshadow, obviously, I don't wear makeup, but like, you know, for me to be able to go through that process of doing it, it'd be the same thing of like me coming up with a meal, like at Burger King of my, well, I love fast food, so I can't say that. But if I got to see the whole process of how you come up with a concept and you take it to fruition, like that is so cool. That is so interesting to me. So I can't wait to see that series. And, you know, knowing Shane, he'll do it really well. So I'm really excited about that. Are you guys excited about that? Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Are you excited? Do you want to see it? Could you care less? Who'd care? Or are you all in? I'm kind of all in about it. I think it'll be really cool to see. So that's the first thing. I'll review it. I'll probably be giving it away, but I'm not going to be doing some... Now they're like tightening down on giveaways, I guess, on YouTube. So I'll just give it away to somebody randomly, some random comment, and you won't have to do anything to join the giveaway. I won't do that anymore, okay? We'll just give shit away. So anyway, the next thing I want to talk about... Drama. It's so much drama, isn't it? Hey, little thing, let me... The next drama is that James Charles got duped. Okay, now this is funny. I started getting so many messages about this. I mean, honest to God, I probably got, I don't know, 20 to 30. I don't know why I'm looking over there. Something caught my eye. Maybe this room is haunted. Okay, so anyway, okay. Here's the situation. My parents went away for a week's vacation. I started getting like, I think I got like probably 20 to 30 messages from people saying that, or showing me these receipts, okay, here, I'll show it up here, of this fantasy changeable eyeshadow palette, right? And what they were saying was that they had stolen James Charles' idea, okay? So I put them side by side. I made the picture. I said, I'm so technological. I went and I cropped the pictures. I put them up myself. I did. I know, I did though. I did. I'm such an artist. So anyway, here's what they look like side by side. Now, they're not identical, but they're very, very similar. They both have 39 pans. The difference is this, is that James Charles palette, I think is I think it was $39. I just looked, it's sold out on Morphe, obviously, but I think it was like $39 or $49, and it said different prices all over the place, but on Morphe, when I Googled it, it was listed as $39.99, and the changeable fantasy eyeshadow palette is $16.99, right? Which is interesting to me because it's not a super pricey palette for 39 eyeshadow palettes or pans, but at the same time, it's almost $20. Why wouldn't you just pay the difference? And when the James Charles original comes out, now listen, I did go to Santee Alley in LA today, okay? And they have fake after fake after fake makeup thing in there. I really couldn't believe it. I was walking through there and literally you would come up and it would be like a James Charles palette and it was like $6. And it looked identical to a James Charles palette. I mean, identical, okay? I mean, The colors might have been a little runny, but it was identical. And they had it right next to the Kylie ones. Now, if you can't get on the Kylie Jenner, the PR, just go down to Santee Alley. It's like, you know, it's like Chinatown in New York City. It's like that, but it's like, you know, Canal Street. It's like that, but it's in Los Angeles, okay? So anyway, but, you know, it's interesting because you can't get this palette right now, and I think people are wanting it, so then they put out this thing. But this is the thing. All of the messages that I was getting, people were saying, you know, like, they stole James's idea, they stole his palette, no, okay? What I saw today down there, okay, for $6.99 or whatever it was, where it said James Charles, and it had his picture on the front of the palette and all that kind of stuff, right? That is a stolen concept. That's a fake. You can't do that, okay? You are not allowed to do that, okay? But to have a dupe, I know that all these people out there that are watching makeup, that have watched makeup videos for years are like, you think you're telling us anything new? I know I'm not, okay? But people have seemed to forget this, that a dupe, okay, do y'all remember, like, back in the day, if you're as old as me, you know what I'm talking about. Do you remember Giorgio perfume? It stank. Yeah, it was horrible, right? But when you would go to places like Hook's Drugs, y'all remember Hook's Drugs? Or Walgreens, there's a few of those around left. But back in the day, I think they still have it, actually, and it would be like a can, like, you know, aerosol can, and it would be called Primo, and it would be like, if you like Giorgio, you'll love Primo, right? And then it would say, like, if you love Dracar Noir, you'll love, you know, whatever. And it's like, no, I didn't like Dracar Noir to start, so why would I want the fake of it? And it's cheap anyway. So anyway, it's kind of like that, right? It's basically, a dupe is like the Primo of the Giorgios. Does anybody wear Giorgio perfume out there? If you wear Giorgio, admit it, okay? What was that stuff that my grandma used to? She loved Charlie. My grandma loved that Charlie perfume back in the day. And she ever, what was the other one that came in there? Ginate. Do you guys remember Ginate back in the day? I'd always ask my mom and be like, Mom, what should we get Grandma for Christmas? And she'd just get her a big bottle of that Ginate. She loves that stuff when she gets out of the bathtub. But anyway, a dupe is just basically a Primo to the Giorgio, right? It's just like a copy of it. So it is legal to do that. But what's interesting is, like, this is a really good dupe. I mean, I don't know the condition of the eyeshadows. They're probably straight up junk. They're probably like, who'd care? We don't. You know, it's just totally junk. But what do you guys think about this? Like, what do you feel about, like, dupes? Like, you know, it's interesting because there's been so many videos in the last few years where even by beauty influencers, you know, where they'll take the original and then they'll take a dupe and they'll show it and, like, whatever. There's a lot of really good dupes out there. So, do you guys, like, I would be really interested to know, and how many of you out there, sound off in the comment sections below, do you buy dupes? Like, do you buy them and you think they hold up to the original? Do you not really care, you know? And this is, like, when you go into, like, you know, even like if you're going into like a CVS or something, I'll walk through there and I'll see palettes and I'll be like, that's almost identical. You know, there's a place that they have a lot, Glamour Shots, a place that they have a lot of dupes is Urban Outfitters, actually. And if you go to their makeup place, I can't remember what it's like, what is the cosmetics line? Is it BY or something like that, cosmetics? But like their palettes look identical to some of the other palettes. Like they have a palette that looks almost identical to Jeffree Star's Thirsty palette. It's just called something else, like, I don't know, like Sunshine. But it still has an orange on it, okay? Like, we're not stupid. We know it's... Anyway, do you know what I mean? So do any of you guys out there, like, buy the dupes and you're like, I'm just as happy with the dupe as I am with the original and I'm not going to spend the extra money? You know, because then if that's the case, then you're buying for the process or you're buying for whatever. And a couple of videos ago, I said something about, like, Morphe and people liked Morphe and whatever. And I mean to tell you, people came for me in the comment sections. They're like, we do not like Morphe. Morphe is junk. We don't think that Morphe is good. And all the beauty influencers are constantly, I mean, now it's like Jacqueline and James and Jeffree and all these people singing the praises of Morphe, right? And it's like, are people tired of Morphe yet? Because I think people are getting real tired of Morphe. I don't think they really care. And when I said it in that video, I said, you know, it's interesting that that's through the collab. I think it was actually the James Charles collaboration I talked about, where I was like, people really like Morphe. People were like, no, we really don't like Morphe. I knew people were tired of it because Jacqueline talks about it a lot. But I didn't know that as a makeup brand, people were like, we don't really think it's even that high. What is going on with my hat? It keeps on going down. We don't even think it's really that high quality of a makeup. So, you know, it's interesting that so many people believe that, but then all of these palettes continue to sell out, sell out, sell out. Which means, if it wasn't for Morphe doing collabs with YouTubers and beauty influencers, and let's just be for real, okay? It's not like they're collabing with some makeup artist you've never heard of who's been trained in, like, top elite schools. That is not happening. They're collabing with YouTubers that have huge clout. That's the reality. That's the backup of Morphe, right? So if that's the case, if none of these people collabed with Morphe anymore, would Morphe just disappear? Would nobody buy their stuff anymore? I'd be real interested to know what you think about that. Like if Morphe was just putting out their stuff that, you know, like that isn't collabed with other people, because they do have a lot of their own stuff, would you still buy it? Like how would you feel about that? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star collab. Are you guys excited about that? And let me know what you think about the James Charles dupe. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't said anything about it yet, but like every good palette at some point gets duped really well. So has anybody bought the Fantasy Changeable palette? It's available on Amazon. I looked it up. And $16.99. I think it's free shipping and handling if you have Prime. So if you have Prime, okay, you can watch Homecoming, Handmaid's Tale, or is that Hulu? I think that's Hulu. You can watch the Homecoming, and then you can also get your James Charles fake palette, we'll dupe, okay, for $16.99. But let me know if anybody's bought it and what you think of it. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.